wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of
Fitting the name James Park for its considerable elevation. We're in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Leading the Titans in year 2 of his tenure now, there's Brian Callahan, coming off a 3-win season in his first campaign in charge. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. With Brock Heward, not Kate Scott, starting our second year here in the Madden booth. And we're off on EA Sports. Here we go, Herbert's on the return. Team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Here's a 24.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. On target to his back, and we go Dowdle. Short pick up to their own 31. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's got Jones for the completion. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. Rolling into enemy territory. Through the middle. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner. And the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will. But I don't know, I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you can't start much better than that.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie. He could be playing the part of the league MVP. Maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short. Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this.
13.
Fourth down, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. First down, here's Lamar. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Throw intended for Tyler Warren. And it sets up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Lamar. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion, but the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And nabbed by Warren. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact. From the red zone now. Looking for somewhere to throw. Now he's headed out left. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
17 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Broncos tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. Second and inches. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Titans first down.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Here's Dowdle again. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and it's going to bring up third down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
That's complete to Goddard. Keeps himself upright. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take a second quarter lead. Dallas Goddard the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Things going well so far. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action on first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Offense is set. First and 10.
That's another Broncos first.
From the red zone on first. Short throws drops. This one's incomplete.
Intended for Jameer Gibbs.
Second down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Now second and 10.
Lamar now from the gun. Fights his way through a tackle. Now a hit and Jackson loses the ball. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. He finds it right side. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Going after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we're the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Titans have a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's the give to Dowdle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 47.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. On the draw, it's Dowdle. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Third and long. They're going to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on third down there with the sack. Coming now from the Titans on this fourth down. On comes Johnny Hecker. Fields this at the 19. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Broncos offense and Jaden Higgins headed back out now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First down throw for Jackson. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's going to be stopped right around the 37. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Has him on a quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No, we change it.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. And again, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. With a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Now here's Lamar. Puts everything he has under this one. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. One last play before the break.
Hey, Lion!
Throwing here just before halftime. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Racing down the left side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's Herbert on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Lawrence now off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on second down. The inside give to Dowdle. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. And they're on the tackle.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go, Jahan.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Got a man, this is Reynolds. And he goes out, just need one more step there to reach midfield. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's in trouble, and they bring it down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. Denver set to take the field on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. We've set it downs for him from the 31. He'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. That's incomplete left side. That was intended for Jackson Hawes. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Jackson now on 3rd. He puts a man under it deep down the left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Throw caught by his running back. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Keeping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Offense in the hurry-up now.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Doesn't make the connection.
Jackson's pass.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Lamar back to throw. That one nabbed by Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for Broncos.
On 1st down, Jackson. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Broncos have the football, Brock, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. They'll air it out on 3rd. Going deep here for the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Forget that was fourth down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this.
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 3-score game in the fourth. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Tony now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Working quickly here.
Brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Escapes out to the left. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Titans first down.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down. Offense in the hurry up here. On play action now, Lawrence. Oh, it's a tip drill, intercepted! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he has this down to the 34. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
A gain of 5 brings up
Play action, here's Jackson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos looking like they'll start this season with a win. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. 4th down, here's Jackson. Look at that power, deep left side. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
They'll start on the ground. Gallup. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Trying to set this up quick. Now it's Lawrence. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect the next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you're going to be more interceptions. You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Pass complete to Goddard. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Titans get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
What are they?
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Underneath, it's Gibbs. They get this down to the 28. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. Makes the tackle. And they help him out of bounds after a gain of close to 3. So 2nd and 7 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're going to pass it here. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the 1st down, and that should just about button up this victory. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. The Titans pick it up. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast.
That's good for a Titans 1st down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
And they spike the football as we get down under 50 seconds to play. Clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10.
Hey, run! Run! It's a hut! Hut!
Lawrence working from the gun. Goddard brings it in on a slant. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
5 yards on the play.
Here he is to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Hey, Lion!
Throwing now. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six. I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building.